What that look like? Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Share the live, people, share the live. Tobago, people, come in. Come in, Tobago, people, come in. Come in, Tobago. Come in, Tobago. THA election, right here? Okay. So we are here in front PSA building once again. Preston George, Anderson Roberts, your two freedom fighters, humble servants. We came this afternoon, but I guess we reached a little late to get some signed minutes. The last time we come, we did not get signed minutes. We get some kind of paper that it is used in the toilet, right? So we come here today and to get some signed minutes, but apparently we have reached late because the last time we get toilet paper, they give me something saying it's minutes, but when we look at it, it's toilet paper. Yeah. It's thing where it is used in latrine and thing, right? So we come back today now to see if we go get the real thing, the professional thing, yeah. Thing with signature, thing with professional writing. But we don't know if they're hiding in the building or what. Because we know Duke have a room here, they sleep here though. So, I want to say thank you to the people, the members of the PSA that signed the document that Preston George have organized to take to your department, the HR department. And on that document is stating that you are no longer wants to be a part of the PSA. You no longer wants your $100 to come to this organization because the president of this organization is thieving the money to promote his party in Tobago. He thieving the money to build a big house in Tobago. He thieving the money to pay all the news agency whenever he wins something or he elected something. So I want to say thanks today for Preston George handing in those people document that states that they're no longer being a part of the PSA. So every day people are dropping out of the PSA. We are very happy for that. People are listening to our calls. People are dropping out the PSA every day. Even today, 2 people have dropped out the PSA today. So every day people are dropping out the PSA. Every day. And I want to applaud them for standing up for the right thing. The right thing. It is the right thing. So we are calling on the rest of the members of the PSA to drop out the PSA. Stop your money from coming to the PSA. Go to your HR department. If you need the form, we have the form. Preston George have the form. I have the form. You can private message me on Facebook Messenger. Right? Wherever you may be in your workplace, we will come bring the form for you. Sign it up. You just have to put your signature and take that to your HR department, and immediately your payment will stop coming to this organization that we love, but the money is not being used for us. It is being used by crooks and bandits like Watson Duke and his band of thieves in here that is going and promoting their party all over with our money. And we say enough is enough. So people, continue to reach out to us, continue to stop your money from coming to Watson Duke, and you will see a change. Because if we get the members to drop out of the PSA, Watson Duke have to go. He has to go. Because he cannot be the president of a great organization as this, and there's no members. Yes, it's time to negotiate. It's time to negotiate. The government says, the government done pass some money. They say come. But where Watson Duke? The government put aside money so that we could get we back pay. People could get their increments. And the government is calling on the union leaders, especially Watson Duke, to come and negotiate. He's calling them. He's actually calling them to negotiate
after they have failed.
After they have failed numerous times they have failed.
Failed to represent us.
They fail to represent us. They fail us. Watson Duke sell us out to the UNC for 5% over and over. He sold us out for 5% when everybody was getting 25%. When they was willing to give us 20 and 25%, Watson Duke sell us out to the UNC for 5%. So now, the government of this country has set aside money in the budget, especially for the health Ministry of Health. For the Ministry of Health. And he says he put aside money and he's calling on the union leaders now to come and negotiate so as soon as possible we can get our back pay. We can get a raise in salary, we'll get our back pay. And we are very happy that the government is doing that today, because that will treat with the high prices today. Everything is gone up. The cost of living has gone up. The cost of living has gone skyrocket. But where is our president? Where is our president? Has he done a Facebook Live? Because we know he's the Facebook Live champion. Has he done a Facebook Live yet? Saying to us, the members, that he's going to meet with the government or the CPO to negotiate for us?
When it started, when you going to do that?
When? And I hope he don't give us this foolishness about he gets some letter and he will open the letter in the right timing and all these nonsense. Right? I said a foolish talk and stupid talk. I heard we have to edit a video, Preston George, because there's a video that Watson Duke did after the government have given the monies to the Ministry of Health to pay us. And Watson Duke makes some videos saying about some protests and I said that nonsense. I said that stupid talk and dunce talk. I am saying to the PSA members, we will not be joining Watson Duke on no protests. We want the President Watson Duke to go and negotiate for our monies. Or resign and go and fight THA election. Resign and go. And give us, and let somebody else go and do the negotiation for us. We will not be falling into Watson Duke trap and tricks. Because every time THA election comes around, that is when you want to talk about protests. It's yesterday I watched that video. Yes, yesterday, I watched the video. He said that he want to protest. All the time Watson Duke want to protest.
Now it's money for we.
Because now the government giving me money now. You want to protest? You want to protest? There will be no protests.
Protesting against me.
We will be protesting against Watson Duke. No PSA member or no union member is to join Watson Duke in any foolish march against the government of today. The government have decided to give us our money and we receive it with kindness, and they are calling on the union representatives to come and negotiate, sit down around the table and talk about we money. And that is all we want to hear Watson Duke talking right now. What happening when he's going to sit down in this meeting and what is taking place. We don't want to hear nothing. We want to hear no stupid talk. No foolish talk from Watson Duke. We don't hear no protests. We don't want to hear nothing. Right? I said that nonsense you're getting on with. I said that nonsense about protests and protests. He said it. He said he did a live. He said he want to talk about two things. He talk about he write a letter to the government asking for international people to come in with the THA election.
Right.
And he said number two is about the remarks the remarks of the government, what he said about giving us our money and all of that. And what he really said, nonsense, what he really said. He didn't say, well, okay, we go in and meet them. We glad that they're giving us the money. No. Nothing. You talking some nonsense, some foolishness about protest and protest. And that is conflict of interest.
Yeah, because if the government not good, they might win everything in the way.
Exactly. Yeah. So he find, well, he vexed because the government say they're giving us our back pay. Because all Watson Duke, all on Watson Duke mind is the THA election. And if the PNM give we back pay now, the PNM go look good and he go look bad. Well, if you find the PNM go look good, well, go and resign.
Leave here.
Leave here and go. Leave here and go and fight your election in Tobago. Don't study, be getting me back pay and the PNM go look good. That is not your business. Your business as the president of PSA is to make sure we get with money.
Membership money.
The membership monies.
We paying you
We paying you $100 every month.
to represent you.
Huh?
Failure.
Every month. We are paying Watson Duke $100 to represent us.
Where?
And where he is?
We paying him to live in Tobago.
Are we paying Watson Duke
Where?
to live in Tobago? Are we paying Watson Duke to run his political party in Tobago?
Like is that?
Like, is that what we paying Watson Duke for?
I don't want to paying for.
So, Mr. Watson Duke, get off your behind and go and negotiate for we money. Eh? We don't want no foolish talk. Eh? We don't want to hear no nonsense. Eh? Resign and go. Resign and go. We're not taking that bullshit. We're not taking that at all. You can't fool me like where you fool me before the general election went.
The 1 month.
Yeah, the 1 month you fool me. Good day. The 1 month you fool me before the general election. We ain't taking that again. You chain me up to go and protest. You chain me up to go and protest in the general election to look good in your political party. Eh? You lie and tell me you get some letter. You lie and tell me you get some letter to give me some money. That the government gave me some money. You never open the letter. We never see this letter. Eh? All kind of lies and tricks when it comes around THA election or general election. If you want to focus on your politics, resign and go. Resign and go. Leave the PSA alone. This is conflict of interest.
Yeah.
Conflict of interest. This is why for so long the PSA membership has been suffering.
One public servant.
All public servants has been suffering because of Watson Duke. Since 2013. Since 2013, the public servants has been suffering by Watson Duke. Because Watson Duke, when the government gave me money, he not taking no money. They calling him for meeting, he not going. Because all he's studying, they go look good in elections. Yeah. What kind of foolishness is this? What kind of evil is this? Yeah. What kind of wickedness is this?
Yeah.
And now for the budget, the government of Trinidad and Tobago, I am not a supporter of the PNM, I'm not a supporter of the USC, but what I am saying is, I am a supporter of Trinidad and Tobago. And if the government of today is willing to give us our money, bring our salary up to date, from since 2013 to now we on the same salary, they're willing to pay the back pay, bring it up to standard, give we what is due to us, I cannot fight them for that. I am happy that the government of this country is doing that. And I applaud them. When the government is doing good, we applaud them. If they're doing bad, we let them know they're doing bad. And for them to give us our back pay and give us our increase in salary in these hard times, I applaud them. I applaud the government of today. I applaud them because they are studying about the civil servants and the public servants. The only person to bring problems and headache for the public servants is Watson Duke. The only man. And I am telling you people at Trinidad and Tobago, if Watson Duke resign from this organization and go in the THA and fight his election, I might have support the man. I might have give him salutes. I might have tried to share a video and try to support him. But I cannot support a wicked man like that who trying to hold on to power here and hold on to power in the THA. You want all the power. He want power in the WASA. He want power in the PSA. He want power in NATOC. He want power in all the trade unions. What going on? What kind of greedy man is this? I never see that form of greediness yet. Cravicious. Cravicious is the word. Eh? So we are calling on the PSA president to step down and resign and let somebody else go and do the negotiations, or go and do the negotiations and let us get with money. That is all. That is all. That is all, Watson Duke. We don't want to hear no protests against the PNM. We don't want to hear no foolishness. We want we back pay. We want we increase in salary. We want we money now. Before the general election, you're saying we want we money now. You give me the microphone to say we want we money now. The government done sign for we to get we money. So we telling Watson Duke we want we money now. Go and negotiate. And if you find that it's too much a bigger task for you to do, resign and go. We have people in place to go and do these negotiations so we can get some money in we pocket. Right? Because when the public servants get their back pay, other people could get a little money in their pocket. We could hire a plumber because somehow we have a bucket under we sink, catching water. Every time we wash we wares, water leaking, we have to have a little bucket underneath to catch the water. Somehow we house and even plaster. Somehow we join room in plaster. We could hire a masoner. And this is how the economy go build back. The government is giving us back our money. So this is how the economy will build back.
Yeah.
The economy will build back.
Money will circulate.
The money will circulate.
Stimulate the economy.
Right? It will stimulate the economy.
Yes.
So the government is giving us our money, and that is a very good thing. So that will stimulate the economy. It will build back the economy. So the little laborers and the little plumbers and the little tradesmen and the carpenters and the masoners go get money. Because it has some doctor have a counter to bill. It has people like me who have a little wall to cast. I go hire a little masoner to come and cast my wall. Eh? People go live. People go eat.
Yeah.
So you are the president. You Watson Duke. You look like you want to unbug the whole country here now.
Yeah.
Go and negotiate. The government calling you. You're talking as that nonsense. We don't want to hear your political bullshit.
Yeah.
Dunstock.
Yeah.
We don't want to hear no Dunstock.
Yeah.
Go and negotiate for we money. Or leave. Two things. Go negotiate for we money or leave. Two things. We don't know Dunstock. We don't know no. And I want to applaud the hospital for all the public servants that came out to work. Yes, who is this one for the next union? Edie Stewart. Foolish garbage. This foolish Edie Stewart. Nonsense. Eh? In this time where things hard, people sick. Eh? This foolish Edie Stewart telling like Ian Watson Duke is brothers. Two of them is two clowns together. Two of them talking Dunstock together. Eh? Edie Stewart encouraging the nurses and them to stay home. In a time like in a pandemic time, people falling sick. Let the nurses come out and stop your nonsense. Like you use Watson Duke part 2 hour.
But they came out.
But I wanna thank the nurses and the doctors and all the hospital workers for coming out. Yes, we wanna thank all the hospital attendants, all the wards maids, all the telephone operators, all the groundsmen.
Oh yes.
Right? The nurses, the doctors, the cooks. Right? The carpenters and the plumbers and the people that in engineering, the electricians, the people that cut the grass, that have the place looking nice and clean, who shave all the nice trees in the hospitals. We want to applaud all of them. They all are important. Because when all of them is on board, it's a smooth flow. Right? So when you go to the hospitals and you see the lawn looking nice and clean and the trees looking well trimmed and groomed, It's the hospital workers. Right? They are just as important. The people that, I want to thank the groundsmen that pick up the rubbish all over the hospitals. Because without them, without these groundsmen, there'll be rubbish all over the hospital. The place will look like a labas. The place will be looking dirty. So we want to thank everyone for coming out and not listening to this stupid man, Edie Stewart. Right? So we want to thank the Prime Minister and the rest of the party, the people that is in the PNM party, right? We want to thank the Prime Minister for giving the public servants their back pay, making the salary, bringing the salary up to standard from since 2013. Since 2013, we have been on 2013 salary. So the government has decided to give some money to the Ministry of Health to look after the caregivers. Because he understands that the caregivers is very important. When your grandmother gets sick or your mother gets sick or your uncle gets sick, the caregivers is in the hospital day and night doing their service. So I want to thank the Prime Minister for making that bold and very brave move in a hard time like this, to give the people, give us our money, give the people their money so that they can spend some money and bring back the economy, right? Beautiful, right? So Tobago people, the choice is easy, you know. Tobago people, the THA election is here. The THA election is here, Tobago people. And the choice is very easy. Easy like Sunday morning. Easy like Sunday morning. I have heard that the PNM in Tobago, they have built a lot of fishing, they have built over the fishing depots and them to nice 21st century fishing depots with air condition and cold storage to store the fishes, and I heard they did a lot in Tobago. They build brand new police stations, they're fixing roads, right? But I'm telling all you this. Tobago people, I'm telling all you this. I know you probably want a new face and a new leader for Tobago. But I'm telling all you, if Watson Duke is a man could thief the little $100 we give in here every month. Tobago people, let me talk. Tobago people, let us talk, Tobago people. Let us talk, Tobago people. If Watson Duke could have a kind of wicked heart and don't want to pay the pension workers from this organization, they resign, they 60 to get a pension, and Watson Duke don't want to pay the people their pension money, or you think Watson Duke go do the right thing in the THA? If Watson Duke could thief the money if he could thief the money from the pensioners, what he will thief from you, Tobago? Tobago people, if Watson Duke could thief the money from here, over $500,000, lied to the General Council, went to Tobago with the $500,000, promote his political party in the Magdalena Hotel, and when the money done, he said to himself, a man is not a man unless he can change his mind, and he decided to come back to the PSA and never bring back the money. Imagine what he will do to you, Tobago. Tobago people, imagine what he will do to you. Yes, the people of Tobago. Even a great mind as Shakespeare couldn't come up with those kind of words. Watson Duke said something and feel it. He said some kind of great thing. I listen to all kind of great minds, read all kind of big books. I hear many words from Shakespeare, and I never hear this. A man. Watson Duke said, a man is not a man unless he can change his mind. Watson Duke said some things I never hear men say in the history of this life. Where's this man from South Africa? Mandela. Mandela makes so much speeches. I never heard Mandela said that. I never heard Obama talk anything like that. I never heard Magandhi said anything like that. I never heard Dr. Eric Williams never said anything like that. Watson Duke said, a man is not a man unless he can change his mind. And that is what could make you a man, changing your mind. So Watson Duke said he take his pension money, he resigned from the PSA, and when the money done, he said a man is not a man unless he can change his mind. And he come back to the PSA and he bring back the money. He hijacked the PSA. We hear he is carrying a gun. We hear he's carrying a gun. So we don't know if he hijack and he come in with the gun swinging and take back the PSA chair. But it seems like I'm trying to understand when Watson Duke say a man is not a man unless he can change his mind. So if I have a car and I decide to sell my car, and the person give me the money for the car, I give them the car, I go home, I'll spend the money, I go and pay some bills, I go and buy some Pennywise, I go and buy some clothes and shoes with the money, and the money done. The money done, I ain't buy back a car, and I need a car. So you know what I say? You know what I said to myself? A man is not a man unless he can change his mind. So I said to myself, a man is not a man, Christopher, unless he can change his mind. So you know what? I went back by the man I sell the car to, and I take back the car keys. I take back the car keys, and I drive off with my car, and I went back home. But I know if I do that, I go see police coming by my door. Because I can't take back the car I sell a man, and I ain't getting back the money. That robbery. But that is what take place in here. In the PSA head office. Watson Duke take over $500,000, say he resigning.
Exactly what it is, a robbery.
Is the exactly thing that happened here is a robbery.
Yeah, it's a robbery.
Watson Duke said he going to resign. They give him about 2 checks. They give him 2 checks. Almost $600,000. He put somebody in place to be the president. He went to Tobago, had a ball. He played carnival, he drunk. I hear he vomiting. I hear he vomiting Moet and all kind of champagne. They say he drunk and vomiting all in the Magdalena Hotel. And when he wake up the next morning, he realized the money done. The $600,000 done. So he say, you know what? I have to go back in the PSA, you know, because it's only in the PSA I could thief money and get away with it. So a man is not a man unless he can change his mind. So he come to the PSA. I don't know how the vice president and the second vice president, because he leave and went to Tobago and he put somebody there as the president, you know. But we don't know how he could come back and take over again. How they let that happen, we don't know. And how we didn't see no police coming here.
Even after we make report.
Even after the PSA members make report, they give evidence of the stolen money that Watson Duke stole here. And there were no police. No police coming to lock up this man. No police. This is the only organization in Trinidad and Tobago in the world that a man could thief $500,000, say he resign and never resign, and never bring back the money. What kind of wickedness and evil is this? What is this? What is this, Tobago people? What is this? And we are hearing supporters in Tobago. They're supporting Watson Duke. They're calling God's name in the mouth. They're using God's name. These people, something wrong with these people. They're using God's name. The Tobago fanatics. Watson Duke fanatics in Tobago. Calling God's name. Quoting Bible scripture. To justify the thieving. That Watson Duke thief here. Your leader is the president here, and the members is showing evidence coming out on Facebook and talking about the thieving that is being done here by Watson Duke, and all you supporting this man. The name of that party, that is why you could name that party that. The party of dishonest people. Yes, the party of dishonest people. Yes, the party of dishonest people. That is the name of Watson Duke Party in Tobago. This is why then people could come out and play the using God name and God Bible and trying to support this wicked man. Eh? That is the party of dishonest people.
You know the woman, the pensioners that he paid?
Yeah.
There's 9 women, all of them women.
Yeah. Eh? And all the women, all the women activists out there. All you need to stand up for the 9 women that resigned from this organization and can't get the money up to now. Yes, they can't get the money.
Some of them since 2010.
Eh? Imagine, from since 2010, women resigned from this organization and they can't get their money up to now. Since 2010, you resign from this. You resign from your job and you can't get your money yet. Eh? All of your women who stand up for women's rights, this is something what you're supposed to stand up for. This is something. Eh? I pause all in my head raising because it hurting me. Look how my pause raising. It hurting me to know that all people resign from this great organization, and Watson Duke don't want to give the people and them the money. Eh? They have to go for lawyer. They don't even have money to pay lawyer. Look all my pause raising. Look all my pause raising, boy. That is total wickedness, boy.
Evil.
The only thing I want to do is cry. The only thing coming out my eyes is tears.
Evil.
Eh? Wicked man Watson Duke and talking about he want to fight for election in Tobago. Watch that. Anytime all your Tobago people vote for that man. Watch that. I walk in with a placard every day of my life. I go in and encourage people all over the world for them not to come to Tobago. Because all you have to be wicked. All you have to be wicked. Every day. Because all you don't want to believe we. Don't believe we. We are the evidence. No. We have everything in here. We put up all the evidence on Facebook. We put up all the evidence.
Over and over.
So because all you see 10,000 people marching behind me, all you don't want to believe we. It have people from the General Council. Or you might not see them on the Facebook, or you might be only seeing me and Preston on the Facebook. There are people in this organization that went to the fraud squad with evidence. To the fraud squad, we see it. And hand over evidence over to the fraud squad on Watson Duke. Thieving with money here. Eh? This Facebook Live supposed to be going viral. Viral all over the world. Every Tobago citizen supposed to be watching this Facebook Live. Right? This is one campaign PNM do have to pay for. We don't want no money from PNM. We're not doing this. We're not doing this to fight against the PNM. We're not doing this to fight against Watson Duke because we want the PNM to win. We don't care about that. If the PNM want to use we evidence to try to mash up Duke, that is up to them. But we are talking for the members, for the public servants that is suffering under Watson Duke for 10 years. For 12 years, the public servants have been suffering under Watson Duke, and nobody had the belly to come out and talk. Because he's a gangster, you know. He like to bully people, you know. He have a gun and he like to pull a gun for people. But this is 2 people here. He can't frighten and he can't pull no gun for we. Because we don't afraid gun. We here. A young lady from Tobago tell me that Watson Duke pull a gun. It's alleged. It's alleged. A young lady tell me, and it's alleged that Watson Duke threatened a woman who married to his father. He threatened to kill she. It's alleged. Eh? Watson Duke threatened to shoot the woman. Eh? Let me call on the Prime Minister or the Minister of National Security to investigate that. I heard there's a police report. The woman went and made a police report in Tobago that it's alleged Watson Duke threatened to shoot his mother-in-law or his stepmother, sorry. He threatened to shoot his stepmother. It's alleged. Right? Sister. Eh? All over Tobago. Anywhere you go, you're hearing Watson Duke talking, discriminating against women. Eh? 9 women resigned from this organization since 2010 and they can't get the money. Poor old ladies. Eh? That hurting me to the core. Eh? Look, Christmas coming. Them 9 old ladies can't even buy a little Christmas gift for their grandchildren.
One of them died.
One of them died. I heard that one of the ladies that resigned from this organization died. And the children wouldn't even see the money. Because Watson Duke not even giving the people them the money. Eh? But it's alleged that Watson Duke threatened his father wife to kill she, to shoot she. And I heard she made a report. Right? So the Minister of National Security should investigate that. Because he don't threaten to shoot people and put people in body bags in Trinidad and Tobago, you know. Right in Trinidad, yeah. Watson Duke threatened to put people in body bags and he planned to use gunpowder on them, you know. And how come no police ain't gone by Watson Duke and investigate what he's saying there? How come no news agency went to find out what Watson Duke said? But Mr. Abubakar made some statements and all the news reporters in Trinidad want to go and ask him all kind of questions. But Watson Duke talk about body bags and gunpowder and Lavantil and Beatham and Bad Street. And what you go do? And nobody investigating Watson Duke. It's like Watson Duke is a god here. It's like Watson Duke is a tyrant. He's a tyrant. And nobody, no government official, no judge can do this man nothing. An organization like this, what have steps to deal with things and investigate things? Watson Duke ain't going by no order. He's doing what he want in this organization. He instilled fear in the membership. And nobody for years in the PSA want to come out and talk and say anything. They're afraid to talk because you know why? As you talk against Watson Duke and you talk the truth, he just throw you out. He just throw you out. With the help of the other crooks that they support him in the game changers. The rest are crooks on them. In the General Council and the game changers. He is able to get away with all the crime. But God rise up too, man. We paying me $100 in here and we will not stop talking. I am not a General Council member. But the ones that's there to do something, they're not doing nothing. It is sad. So all we could do is use the social media to encourage people to stop pay the dues to this organization, to drop out, and to let the world know Watson Duke is a big thief. And we will not stop talking. As long as God give us breath in our lungs, we will not stop talking out against the corruption of Watson Duke and his band of thieves. Tobago people, listen to the words, look back at all our videos, We have evidence. We have written evidence that Watson-Duke stole our money.
He himself said it.
More than once, more than twice, more than 3 times. And it come out of the horse's mouth. Watson-Duke out of his own mouth admit thieving me money here.
Yeah. He himself said it.
He admitted. And Tobago people want to support a thief. I never thought the day will come. I will see a great island as Tobago that people don't take nonsense. People that stand up for equal rights and justice, supporting a wicked man. Wicked man. And you know what hurting me too? You know what hurting me? People in Tobago calling God name. They're using God name and quoting Bible scripture and all kind of thing. And them supporting a thief. God laughing at all you on the throne. All of you in Tobago ban up on your head. Ban up on your head and calling God name and supporting a big thief. God laughing at all you on the throne. You on the throne and saying, ha, 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 ha. Because you're wicked.
What you said when the fearless warrior asked?
The fearless warrior. The fearless warrior. Ask Watson-Duke on live video. We have evidence again. Thank God for camera. On live video, the fearless warrior asks Watson-Duke, Mr. Watson-Duke, we have heard that you resign. We have heard that you get $500,000 and you resign. You know what Watson-Duke said? You know what came out of Watson-Duke's mouth? He said, no, I don't know anything about that. Fearless warrior, I never resigned. I never took no money. I don't know what you're talking about. He even called the fearless warrior a comedian. He said to the fearless warrior, I think you're in the wrong trade. You are a comedian. What are you talking about? I don't know about any money. I never talk about resigning. I don't know what you're talking about, fearless warrior. And then, Trinidad and Tobago, not too long, in the same month, after that video where fearless warrior asked Watson-Duke if he take the money and if he resign, and he denied it, the same month, Watson-Duke did a Facebook Live admitting. And I believe that is God make him do that. Yes. That's right. That's right. He couldn't keep it inside. God see we cry. God see we hurt. And God intervened and he made Watson-Duke spill his guts. He made Watson-Duke admit that he thief with money. Right? Not too long after the interview by Fearless Warrior, Watson-Duke admitted on a Facebook Live in the PSA office. He made a live and he admit that he took the $500,000. He said that he resigned, and he said that he wake up a day and he said a man is not a man unless he can change his mind. And when he make up his mind and tell himself that, it's because the money done. It's because the money done in the Magdalena Hotel, the money done where people vomiting champagne. So he decide now, he wake up a morning when the money done in the Magdalena Hotel in Tobago, and all the party of dishonest people, the PDP people and them, drunk and have a good time, and the money done, Watson-Duke said to himself, a man is not a man. Not even Shakespeare could come up with these kind of words. Not even Shakespeare, a great mind that went down in the history books, never made these kind of statements. But Watson-Duke came up with these words. He said, a man is not a man unless he can change his mind. And he came back to the PSA, but he did not came back with the money. We call that Trinidad and Tobago. Tobago people, what do you call that? Tell us that. Tobago people, what would you tell your children? What would you tell your grandchildren? What would you tell your grandchildren and your children when they ask you? Answer me this. Answer me this, Tobago people. What will you tell your children and your grandchildren when they ask you, but grandpa and grandma, what do Watson Duke mean when he take $500,000, he say he resigned, the money done, and he came back, and he bring back the money, but he come back, and he said to himself, a man is not a man unless he can change his mind, and he come back with all the money. What are you going to tell your children?
Good question.
What are you going to tell your children? All the PDP activists. All the PDP activists in Tobago. Eh? All them freshwater Yankee. All the freshwater Yankee in Tobago. Eh? What are you going to tell your children and grandchildren that Watson Duke take the money from here and never bring it back? And said to himself, a man is not a man unless he can change his mind. How you call that? Eh? Eh? What are you going to tell your children? How are you going to explain that to your child? When your child realize, let me say if Watson Duke is the let me say if Watson Duke is the man running the THA, and he started to thief all the money like he thief here. Eh? And your grandchildren suffering in Tobago, and they look back at my videos, they look back at Anderson Roberts and Preston George videos, warning all you of the big thief. What are you going to explain to all your grandchildren? What? That a man take the money from the PSA, take the members' dues, take the members' dues, you know. That money is not no back pay from the government. That $500,000, that $600,000 is not no money come from the treasury and come here, you know, or some settlement with the government or some case Watson Duke win, you know. That money that Watson Duke take, that $600,000 that Watson Duke take from here and spend it and come and then bring it back is the sacrifice of the hard working public servants, you know. That put their $100 here every month, you know. Praying that if something happened to them, with them and the employer, they could get some proper representation, you know. Eh? Or you have to wake up, Tobago people. Tobago people, or you wake up. Wake up. You telling me in the whole of Tobago, only Watson Duke or you could come up with? Eh? Watson Duke has been charged. Watson Duke has been charged. Numerous charges against his name. All over the world, when somebody in high authority get charged and the name calling up in things, they just resign. Eh? Look the New York mayor. The mayor of New York City has resigned because his name has been called in scandal in allegations with women and all kind of thing. And he wasn't even charged. Huh? Huh? Yeah. Huh? Huh? Look the mayor of New York City. His name was called. There were allegations against him with women, interfering with women, and he was not even charged. But Watson Duke was charged. Watson Duke was charged. And anywhere in the world you go, once you're charged, once you is a high-ranking person, high in esteem, you're in politics, or you're some mayor, or you're the president of the PSA or something, once you have been charged for rape, or your name calling in scandal, the right thing to do is to resign and step down and go and clear your name. And the Constitution of the PSA says that. So Watson Duke is not supposed to be the president right now. Watson Duke supposed to step down and go and clear his name.
And he had been found guilty too for
pulling the alarm. And a court in Arima has found him guilty for pulling an alarm.
Criminal offense.
That is a criminal offense. But it's only in Trinidad and Tobago. These kind of, you can get away with these things. Because if Watson Duke was in some other international country, they don't get rid of him.
He have been charged for sedition.
Eh? He have been charged for this sedition. He has been charged for threatening the stability of the country. He has been charged for different counts of rape. He has been charged for 4 counts of sexual assault. This man has been charged for a lot of things. Eh? And some of the things that he has been charged for, he has been found guilty.
And he's under investigation.
And right now he's under investigation by the fraud squad of Trinidad and Tobago. So how Watson Duke is still the president by this organization, I don't know. I don't know. How Watson Duke is the president of this great organization up to today with all these allegations, with all these charges, I don't know. I don't know. That says to me that this country is very corrupted. It says to me that the people of this country is cowards. The people of this organization are cowards and they're afraid. And it takes 2 or 3 people, 2 or 3 people, or 4 people, Preston George, Christopher Roberts, Jennifer Frederick, Wendell Eversley.
Hey, yeah,
Yeah?
yes. Oh, yeah.
We want to salute our dear brother, our friend,
Yes.
a man that is not a part of the PSA, but he is seen us getting bullied every day by a tyrant,
Yeah, he disturbed.
and he is disturbed,
Yeah.
and he's a man do not like to see bullying
And wickedness.
and wickedness. So he came and stand
Yeah.
in our defense.
And up to now he haven't stopped.
And up to now, you have not stopped fighting for us.
Yeah.
He's a great man.
And we appreciate that.
We appreciate his love. We appreciate him standing up for us. And we pray that God bless him, bless his health, his strength. God bless his finances, his business. God bless him in Jesus' name. Because not every day,
You find somebody like
not every day you will find somebody like Wendell Eversley. Yes? We wanna thank the people that standing up. The 1 or 2 people is not much. It's not much, a handful of people. But we will thank them today. We wanna thank Coffee. They are not, you will not see them on the video like us, but they are in the background fighting. We want to thank Mr. Nixon Calendar, Mr. Oral Saunders,
Dwayne,
right? We want to thank Mr. Dwayne.
Dorica,
We want to thank Ms. Dorica. We want to thank Ms. Jennifer Fredericks. We want to thank Preston George. We want to thank who else?
Maury,
We want to thank Mr. Ian Murray,
yeah,
Ms. Dorica.
decently.
Decent lady. Right? Coffee. Who else? There's some handful of people. Right?
PSA 14.
Huh?
PSA 14.
The PSA 14, yes, the PSA 14. I'm not good with names. The PSA 4, who's this? Yeah, Jennifer Fredericks. Who's this? Somebody give me some names here.
Right.
Juliet, yes, Juliet. Davy, Juliet.
Yes.
Juliet Davy. Devon Welch. Right, we want to thank for the people because there are some people that in the background, you might not see them on the front line like us, sweating. They're sweating in the back. We sweating in the front, but there are some people in the back here fighting for you. And it is sad to see that out of thousands of people that is a part of the PSA organization, it's only about 20 people fighting. Yeah? It's only about 20 people fighting for the freedom from Watson Duke. Eh? But the people that stand up against Watson Duke, the people that stand up against the wickedness of Watson Duke, their names will go down in the history book. Our names will be written in the history books of the PSA. Remember that. Your grandchildren will hear about the freedom fighters that stand up in the PSA. People, today is Friday. This is a weekend coming. Have a blessed and a wonderful weekend. Have a safe weekend. Tobago people, I am not saying that the PNM is the way, or I'm not saying that I support the PNM in Tobago, but what I am saying is that if Watson Duke could do, this kind of wickedness, if Watson Duke could do this kind of wickedness, when we working hard every month, we can't even buy a proper grocery, we can't even pray, we can't even pay the people that taking care of the children while we go to work. But we still putting aside a little $100 out of the little pittance. We don't even have enough to put food on the family table, but we decide to put aside $100 here. So that Watson Duke and them could give us proper representation. And if they could do this kind of wickedness, Tobago people, imagine what he could do all year. Imagine. I'm not supporting no PNM. I'm not telling you vote for PNM. But what I'm telling you, or you could never tell me that Watson Duke is the solution for Tobago. Because if he's not worthy with a little bucket, with a little dipper, or a little pigtail bucket, he could never be worthy with a big drum.
Common sense.
It's common sense, people. It's not no set a big book, you know.
Yeah.
This is common sense, you know. Don't let nobody fool all you. And thy Bible. Yeah. If you are not a good steward with the little you have, yeah, you could never be a good steward with big things. Eh? You hear it in the Bible, and Watson Duke, they quote the Bible. Many of his followers, they quote the Bible. Eh? And if Watson Duke cannot be a good steward in a little organization like this,
destroy it.
Eh? If Watson Duke could destroy a little organization like this, he destroyed it.
Yeah, he destroyed it.
Imagine what he go do to the THA.
Say dead.
Watson Duke with his own mouth. God is exposing him, you know.
Yeah.
Watson Duke with his own mouth. Watson Duke with his own mouth says. Watson Duke with his own mouth said that the PSA and all the unions are dry bones, they're dead.
Quoting Bible.
And quoting Bible. Watson Duke must go. Watson Duke must go. Watson Duke must go. And I'm calling on the PSA members, I'm calling on the public servants to drop out the PSA. Drop out. We beg you. Someone said that Preston George must be the next PSA president. Yes, I support that. I support that 1,000%. Someone say Watson Duke. Someone say that Preston George should be the next president of the PSA. Yes, I support that. Watson Duke must go and Preston George will be the new president. Someone says that. I agree with that. Right? To public servants, or you drop out the PSA for 3 months. For 3 months, we're calling on the public servants to drop out the PSA for 3 months.
That is a contribution. That's all we ask.
That is all we're asking you to do. For 3 months. You're not coming out here with we. You're not fighting with we. At least support us in this one area.
Yeah.
Because we don't get hundreds of people don't drop out by watching our videos. Imagine that. Two little young men here standing up, and there are people that watching our videos and dropping out the PSA every day. Just today, Preston George just went today to the HR department and handing 2 forms of 2 members dropping out the PSA today. Just today. Every day people are contacting us for the form to fill out to drop out the PSA. Every day. Every day. Because we know once people drop out the PSA, Watson Duke have no choice but to leave. And when Watson Duke leave, you all can join back the PSA and we will be great again. We will be great again. So people, members, drop out the PSA today. Drop out. Monday morning, call us, message me. We will bring the form for you wherever you're working. We will bring the form for you to sign up. Drop out the PSA and let Watson Duke go. Stand in that protest with us. Stand in that protest with us. We are not vagabonds. We are not ignorant men. We're not going to run in here and put up and fight no security guard and fight no people in here. That is not our protest. We're going to do it the right way and the clean way. Join us. Withdraw your money. Drop out the PSA and we will get rid of Watson Duke. I promise you. Join us. Withdraw your money from the PSA and we will see the day Watson Duke walking out of this place here with bag and baggage, going back on our boat to Tobago. Press, you want to say something?
Yeah. A pleasant good day, Trinidad and Tobago. My name is Preston George. I'm the chairman of the PSA section at St. Anne's Hospital. I am here this evening with my comrade, Christopher Anderson Roberts. According to Watson Duke, he had about 12 different names. He just confused me and all. We came today because of some meetings that was held within the PSA. One of those meetings was held on the 2nd of September, the other one on the 6th of September, and on the 13th of September. In those meetings, the one on the 2nd of September, the General Counsel, together with the executive or members of the executive, accused us, 14 members of the PSA, and they turned the accusations into charges and turned the charges into guilty. So in one day, 14 persons were found, were accused, charged, and found guilty in one day. And we were supposed to turn up on the 6th for trial. So after they find you guilty, then you are allowed to come to trial. None of us, well, some of us was invited. I myself was not invited. Nobody informed me of the meeting. So I wrote to the PSA General Secretary asking her for the minutes of those meetings, especially the one on the 2nd of September. It so happened that she did call some Friday ago, and I don't know if it was 1 Friday, 2 Fridays ago, and she called Mr. Anderson and told him that the minutes was ready. We were quite happy because we wanted to see who were the persons involved in carrying out such an act against us. The names of the persons and who chaired the meeting, and this is what we wanted. We wanted to know the minutes of the meeting so that we could then prepare our defense. Only thing is that when we came, we got some documents, but nobody, the General Secretary, and no one in the PSA was willing to sign their name on these minutes of these meetings. No one. So we decided we're going to come back here today to see if we will get it, if we will be lucky enough to get it, because the General Secretary, she ended up in a discussion with us trying to convince us that even though there's no signature, somehow it's still minutes, you know. So we know that it's not minutes, we know that it's old paper, we know that it's foolishness. You could give it whatever name you want. So that's why we came back. Well, there ain't much that I can say because I think that Christopher would have touched on almost everything. But I am very much concerned still about... Good afternoon. Yes, good day. Well, myself and this comrade here, we are members of the PSA, and we are in fact airing our grievances against the PSA president in relation to poor representation of our membership and our system.
But at this time, you are aware that the protests are airing your grievances in this pandemic, say, the commission from the Commissioner of Police. Will always be acting Commissioner of Police at this time.
Well, I'm making a protest.
So you just said that you're airing your grievances, right? Which is a sort of the grievance that you are having, or the views that you are expressing. However, at this time, that is strictly prohibited in the public domain, right? I would just ask you to kindly vacate the premises. So I even came here, they didn't have on your mask, which is a ticketable offense. You agree?
Yeah, I agree with that.
So that's what I said. You receive a report, and I definitely information what's going on. You would have told me something, right? And I'm asking you on this side, could you kindly wrap up and air your grievances in your private domain, sir?
So even though a person social distance, I mean, it's not
So,
public.
I said, you said that you are airing grievances, right? And I just explained to you that at this time we are in a pandemic, we're in an SOE, and any form of protest needs to go through the Commissioner of Police. Now there isn't a commissioner at this time. However,
but this is not a protest, sir.
Listen, sir. I am speaking to the gentleman who I saw when I came was dealing with a situation. I had a conversation with him. He would have explained certain things to me.
Okay.
Okay, I identify myself to you when I get. Right. What I am saying is that at this time, okay, a garden of more than one person, right? First to begin with, he did not have on his mask. He was airing his grievance. That's what he said. The information that he said to me. Right? I will take it that you were having your grievance. However, at this point in time, he cannot continue with his actions. Okay? It's not a matter of anything or whatever. It is information that is being confirmed or confronting. Okay? And I'm instructing you at this time, within my rights, that you are breaching the COVID regulation. So I'm just asking you kindly, could you all vacate and take your grievances to elsewhere? If not, sir, I will have no cause but to put you before the court and you will answer as to why you are doing what you are doing.
I understand.
Okay? You all have any further question?
Yes, sir. We have heard that the Prime Minister talk about gathering of 5 in outdoors, in a SOE, right? So we want to know if we are exempted from that, because we have heard that you can gather at 5.
Exempted, but based on the information I just received,
Okay, cool.
and as I said, within the pandemic, I am just informing you, because the next course of action after I've informed you, what the law states is to put you before the court. I am not the judge or the jury. I am just here to enforce you.
Okay. Well, I am. Well, seeing I just said that to him, I have my phone and I am on Facebook Live, and I am talking to the people on the phone in the public, and I have seen the government talk about more than 5 persons, not more than 5 persons being out there. So I am in the public. I am not 5 persons. I am 1 and 2, and I'll be talking. Okay, cool. No, I understand, cool. Thank you. You have a good day, sir. So well, I don't think I wouldn't be wrapping up. I wouldn't be wrapping up. No, I wouldn't be wrapping up because the government says that not more than 5 persons can gather outside, and they said that no one is supposed to be out after 10. So I'm trying to understand, right? In scene.
How I use the word grievance.
Right? You are a former protester and trying to be technical.
Said grievance could be interpreted as though it's a protest.
It is a form of protest.
Well, I'm not protesting. I'm not protesting, so.
You was not on the
This is my phone.
Well, exactly. And I'm glad you have it on the line to listen because all would have been recorded and all the information that I have just told you, right, would have been recorded.
Okay.
And I am not misleading you in any way. However, you need to discontinue because someone has been using your phone. And I said, you have been breaching the COVID regulation. First thing you get
Me?
started. That is your phone. You're aiding in the app.
Okay.
Your colleague just stated to me that clearly that he was having a vision, and I said, I have no problem with you having a vision, but there are rules and protocols that you need to follow. And the rules and protocol is that any form of grievance protest where more than one is gathered, right, you need to get permission from the Commissioner of Police,
Okay.
which in this case is the DCP, Mr. Jacob. However, did you have information to tell them?
No.
All forms and protests are currently blocked. You are not, by law, permitted in a state of emergency to have any form of protest, and especially this pandemic right now, you need permission.
Okay. We understand that. We understand that.
So that's why I told you.
No, but what I'm saying is I am not protesting. So.
Listen to me. The phone was being used, and I said you are aided and abetted. So
Yes.
at this point in time, I am instructing you that you need to desist from saying because I will put you before the court.
Well, I'm not protesting.
As I said, your phone just aided and abetted. So I will not tell you that.
Officer, we good here. Chris, carry on. Lock it up. How are you closing up?
I came here just humbly to talk to you and inform you about the law. However, I must do my job. And if it means putting you before the court, so I will put you before.
What I want to ask you.
So you put me before the court.
I will put you before the court because your phone and your colleague, and you have it on camera where I advised them because
But what was the protest? What was the protest?
He told me something.
But he was speaking his grievance on the phone. He's not.
Your phone.
Oh, yes, on a phone.
He admitted that it's your phone, so I'm
Yeah.
saying that you aided and abetted to the form of protest.
So
And
he-
I just,
so-
listen. I am this time. Please okay the premises, please. So I will not tell you that again.
Question, right? We have to stand up against this, you know, brother. This is. We have to stand up against these kind of things, you know, because we are not protesting. There's no protest going on here. We are on our phone talking. So this has to be some kind of thing. We're not protesting. We are not protesting. We are standing on speaking to our Facebook people.
Now we walking on with that. Will you proceed to please?
First, it's about time we come here, let's start with this, you know, because going before the court, this is clearly not a protest, you know.
Yeah, it's not a protest.
This is not a protest.
But what is going to happen? What is going to happen? The time it will take.
This is not a protest.
The time it's going to take. The time and energy it's going to take going to court and court dates and all kind of foolishness.
No, well, you see, sometimes, you see, Martin Luther King and them fellas had to go through this. Sometimes this will we have to go through Preston. Sometimes all of this had to happen in the struggle, you know. Because this clearly looking like Watson Duke. This clearly looking like a victimization thing, yeah. Because we are not protesting. We are on our Facebook Live talking in the public. So, this is not really making sense, Preston. We have to stand up against this. And even though we spend a weekend in the jail cell, so be it. So be it. So they had to come and explain to the judge that explain and prove to the judge that we was protesting. Because this is not a protest. So I feel I feel it. Did I come by myself sometime because I don't afraid that. I don't afraid spending a weekend in the station Because I am not breaking any rule. I am not protesting. The government said that you can be outside in 5. We are not outside in more than 5. So if every time they come and run me, and we afraid to go before a judge, we afraid to spend a night in the cell, probably that are the take for the citizens, for the people to follow we and see what we going through, Preston. Probably take us spending a weekend in the station cell. Because Martin Luther King and them, how much nice they spend so that we could enjoy the freedom today. Huh? We not protesting. We on our Facebook Live talking to the people in front of the PSA building that we paying our money to. We not blocking any streets. We are not walking up and down in our march. We not calling people to join us. The government of the country said that we can be out in 5s and in social distance. So why should we always be scared and afraid to spend a night in the cell? Because we have to see our judge Monday morning. If we spend the weekend in the cell, that is it. We go pray and fast. And we go spend it. If we are turning some sick leave Monday, but we will come out. We will come out, Preston Judge. Are you afraid that? Are you afraid that? Are you afraid that, Preston? Are you afraid that? Are you afraid that? Are you afraid that? And if you, yeah man. But then I can't be doing this. I can't be coming out here again because me and afraid to get locked up. Once I not breaking the law, I have no fear nothing. I don't afraid to go in the jail or to go in the prison or in the station cell once I know my rights. You see if I'm breaking the law, you see if I'm encouraging people to come out and protest, you see if we outside they protesting with placard, I could understand that. But so you telling me I cannot put my stand and put my phone on Facebook Live and talk in the public and people doing it? Nah, man. Nah, man. Preston, are you ready? It's only because you walk away, no? Only because you walk away, I walk away. I have no problem spending a weekend in the prison. I have no problem with that. Because I am not protesting. I am not protesting. Right? I am not protesting. We are standing up, doing our Facebook Live and telling the people the truth. Right? We are not scared of the police. Once we are doing the law-abiding thing, we are not scared. We are not scared. I am not scared. And hear what I say, anytime I do in a Facebook Live in the public and any police trying to threaten me about going before a court, put me before the court. Put me before the court. Because all these politicians and Watson Duke and the politicians could threaten you with court. Because why? Trinidadians afraid to fight and afraid to get locked up. All over the world, people struggling and fighting and getting locked up for the rights. For their rights. But we in Trinidad afraid to get locked up. We afraid to spend a night in the jail cell. And we expect freedom.
Don't get hardy.
And we expect freedom. We expect a change. So every time the police and the politicians and them threaten we boil down and walk away. Because why? How change going to come? How change is going to come? How change going to come? So from today, Preston Judge, if you know you ain't prepared to spend a night in the people jail, in the people cell and go before a magistrate or I don't afraid to spend a weekend in the people jail tonight. And if you know you're not prepared to spend the weekend in the people jail and to see a magistrate Monday morning, I go stay where I is, partner. I go stay where I is. I go stay where I is. What you want to do? What are we walking? What you want to do? What you want to do? What information? What information you would like to have from me here? Oh, listen, man. No, because this, I don't like how you're treating us. I don't like how you're treating us. No, diplomatic thing going out the door. It going out the door. Diplomatic going out the door. I don't want to hear you. You cannot get no information from me.
You are hearing me, sir? And I can give you a disorderly conduct in a public place.
You could do what you want.
What?
You could do what you want. Hold this.
What I said.
Hold this and tape this.
Listen, yo, sir. Listen to what I'm saying, right? Yo. I will not have this conversation with you again.
That's no.
I would like to see some form of identification.
Am I under arrest?
I never said that you are under arrest. But if you
no.
continue this disorderly behavior in a public place,
no.
I will arrest you and take you before the court.
That's no.
You are already in breach of the regulation, which I clearly admitted to you, and I will use your phone with your evidence and produce it in the court that you are becoming a very disorderly person and you are not taking. Sir, I am telling you to desist on such action. So they produce some forms of identification for yourself, for me, at this point in time. It is for our records, and we are going to make a note where we had called to warn you. Do you have any form of identification on you? Can I see your ID card, please, sir? Can I see your identification credentials? No, please, sir. If not, I will have to take you to the station to verify if it is you and who am I speaking with.
Yeah, better get it.
Thank you. So you are now this information from me, please. I'm waiting for you to produce your identification, sir.
And yeah, just tape. The phone is on me.
Yeah.
No, hold it like this. Hold it like this. No, I am not taking out my ID. I'm not under arrest. If I'm under arrest, I will do that.
Sir, you do not need to be under arrest to produce your identification, sir. Could you please produce your identification so that we can take back in our books and record who we have spoken to? I do not know who you are, sir. I will not tell you that again, sir.
No, I'm not doing that, Preston George. And don't ask me that again.
Sir?
Thank you.
Sir, ladies and gentlemen, here I am asking him to produce a form of identification that I can make a relative note in the diary. He has become
Good day, sir. What's your name and what's your badge number?
I have already spoken and told you my name and my badge number.
I can't remember that.
My number is 19863. PC Gonzalez, attached to the guard and emergency branch. Now I am
Thank you very much. I would like to have the name of your next officer.
You can get the name of the other officer, sir, but now I am asking you, I'm not asking you anymore, I'm instructing you. Sir, produce your identification credentials that I can know who you are.
Am I under arrest, sir?
Going to tell you that
Am I under arrest?
because you are
Preston George.
becoming
Preston George. Yes, hold this, man. Hold this, man. Hold this, man. Give this, sir.
Come here and show the officer your ID. You have your ID on you? What are you putting in your pocket?
I ain't putting a illegal in your pocket, Preston.
And the officer, you finish with it? Just put it back inside the street, sir. How many ID? Chris. Listen, how many ID?
You have to speak to me more better. You have to speak to me nicer and not take my ID. No. You have to speak to me nicer and not. Have I done? No. Have I done something wrong?
I came relative to a report. I need your information so I can put it in the station diary where you can feel free to come and have a discussion with any grievances or go to police complaints if you have a complaint.
I will do that.
You can
I will do that, sir.
I am telling you to produce your ID so I can have the information.
And you'll treat it next week.
I will know. Am I under arrest?
sir, I
No, what he
never
said.
said that you're under arrest.
What he
Alright, you are
said.
failing to
Am I
comply.
under arrest?
If you are failing to comply with my instruction, I will have no cause but to
said-
put you under arrest.
He said,
Am I under arrest,
I
sir?
said
Hey.
you are failing to comply, sir.
Take out the
And I will
item.
put you under
Am I?
arrest.
No, Preston. No, no, no.
Comply with the lawful
No, no.
instructions of a
Yes.
police officer
that
in
is
uniform.
the right. The
What is the what is the law that I have to? What is the law for me to?
The officer is right.
What is the law? What is the law? Hold the phone.
Unnecessary.
Hold the phone.
Unnecessary.
No, Preston.
Yeah.
No. This is. No.
Very good.
Preston.
No, show it,
Preston.
show it.
No.
And we're going to trigger to the next day.
No.
Identification purposes, sir.
You have my phone. You have my lawyer. You go.
Sir, can you produce your identification card?
Hand them the ID. You're gonna
What have we done wrong?
Sir, can
What
you
have we done
You
wrong?
haven't done anything
Can
wrong.
you
Nice.
produce your
Yes, sir.
identification that I
What
can
are we
take
being?
back
What are we
in my-
being arrested for? What are we
Sir?
being harassed by the officer for?
Alright, now what
Sir?
is gonna do?
I
When
explained.
he came, listen to me. When he came, he said that you had your mask off. And
My mask was not off.
Your mask was off just
My mask was not off.
Your mask was off just now. Sir, could you just produce your
Even the
identification?
Prime Minister of Government of
Sir, can
Trinidad and
you-
Tobago, when he's speaking, his mask was off.
Sir, can you produce your identification card that we can take back in
that your mask was
information?
off in public.
My mask was not off.
You are not obliged to say anything at this time unless you wish to do so. What you say can and only yours against you.
Keep it now,
in the court
Preston.
of law. You are now under arrest, sir, for failing to produce.
No, you have to keep that side to you. That side to you, right.
Officer. Officer, which police station he going to? Alright.
I am not giving that. I am not.
See? Where are those? Huh? Sackville. Yeah. Officer.